I'll start applying for pharmacy school. I'll start applying for med school. I know some of you guys are like, why med school? You only need to go to pharmacy school if you want to be a pharmacist. I might be switching my major, okay? I know you guys are like, really? Your mental state is very important, okay? People often downplay it. People can often just put it off to the side, and it's something very, very, very serious. It's Mental Awareness Month, so literally check on your friends, check on your family, check on yourself, okay? You are loved, you are beautiful, and you need to keep going always, okay? I know there's people out there who will try to bring you down. I know the demons can come and try to put things in your head that are not true. If God put you on this earth for a reason, it's because God knows that you're strong enough to sustain being here, and he knows that you had to be here. Because if not, you wouldn't have been here. I'm gonna pursue a bachelor's, most likely in molecular biology or anything in the medical field, and I'm gonna do that at a more prestige college, okay, so that it looks better when I go for my master's and doctoral degree. This bitch gonna make me. Hey guys, welcome back to another banging video. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about something a little bit more personal. I've been getting with this question a lot ever since I posted that I graduated. So if you're new here, welcome to my channel. My name is Patricia, and I recently graduated with an Associate's in Arts from college, and I want to continue pursuing academics, okay? So I didn't even think like this would have been my mindset. If I look back a few years ago, I did go through like a really hard time in my life where, you know, I didn't care for school. I was just like, you know, with everything I'm going through, school is like off to the side, and that should have never been my mentality. But maybe because I did go through all that, it shaped me to be the person I am today, and it shaped me to have the mindset I have right now. So yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and jump into it. Like I said, people were asking like, oh, so what's next? Like, what are you gonna do next? Are you leaving the college you're at? Where are you gonna go? What do you want to graduate in? Etc, etc, etc. So I'm gonna explain all that. Before we get started though, if y'all could please like, comment, and subscribe, because believe it or not, YouTube has helped me so much in every single thing that I've done. YouTube has also shaped me to be my true self and has opened me up. For example, a lot of people ask me like, how are you just not timid? Why aren't you like never intimidated by managers? Are you so friendly or stuff like that? And I wasn't always like that, and it shocks people, but YouTube really made me come out of my comfort zone. So do what you gotta do, y'all. Don't ever feel like shy or less than anyone else. Just be yourself no matter where you go, because one thing I learned is people gonna talk about you anyway. They gonna say something about you anyway. So live your life, have fun, you know, be weird. I'm weird, it's okay. Hear me out. I wanted to be a pharmacist, okay? I'm a pharmacy tech right now at PUBLIX. I do a bunch of videos about this, like on how to get hired at PUBLIX, how to get hired as a pharmacy tech, how to get hired at the PUBLIX pharmacy. Like, I just do a whole bunch of videos that correlate, and it's super exciting, and you guys seem to love that content, and I will always produce that content. But essentially, the reason I was so excited, one of the reasons I was so excited about working in the pharmacy was because I decided to become a pharmacist. And I was on the track to, you know, becoming a pharmacist. I still have a year left of prerequisites. If I would have known that I wanted to be a pharmacist, I would have gone into college my first 2 years, you know, doing prereqs for pharmacy school. But because I didn't know that I wanted to be a pharmacist, I started doing like prereqs for business, which is what I was studying. Essentially, I don't like to say wasting a year, because I'm a very business savvy person, and if I became a pharmacist, I would end up wanting to open up my own pharmacy. But essentially putting me maybe like back in the sense of putting my pharmacy prereqs back, okay? Because obviously I hadn't taken any. Business is a lot of math, pharmacy is more science. So I did about a year and a half of business. I switched over to pharmacy, and obviously after doing about 8 months of pharmacy, I had enough credits to graduate with an associate, which is what I did. But I still have not completed all my prereqs for pharmacy school, okay? So I don't have to obtain a bachelor's to go into pharmacy school. If you're unaware of the format, it goes associates, bachelor's, master's, doctoral degree, I believe. So you don't need a bachelor's to get into pharmacy school. And my original plan was I'll do a year more at the college I'm at, finish my prereqs. I won't be graduating technically with anything because I already have my credits for an associate's, but I need to finish prereqs. That's what I'm saying. If I would have known this, I would have included my prereqs and my credits into the same thing so that when I graduated with an associate's, I would just be, you know, going to pharmacy school. But you know what? Everything happens for a reason, because due to the fact that I have to stay an extra year doing my prereqs for pharmacy school, I said, you know what? By the time I finish my prereqs, I'm only going to have 8 months left to get a bachelor's, and I am now starting to enjoy school. I love school, and I feel privileged to be able to go to school after seeing so many different case scenarios out there. Not everyone is privileged to go to school, and I was never like active in my high school. I never enjoyed anything. I didn't go to homeschooling. I mean, I didn't go to homecoming. I didn't go to prom. I didn't go to grad bash. I was basically like just out of it, you know. I was going through a tough time, so I don't want to, you know, like make myself sound completely bad. Like I have to give myself also, you know, my space. I was going through some stuff, but bottom line is I was not involved because I was just not in a good space mentally, and that takes like a very, very big toll on you. Okay, your mental state is very important. Okay, people often downplay it. People can often just put it off to the side, and it's something very, very, very serious. It's Mental Awareness Month, so literally check on your friends, check on your family, check on yourself. Okay, you are loved, you are beautiful, and you need to keep going always. Okay, I know there's people out there who will try to bring you down. I know the demons can come and try to put things in your head that are not true. If God put you on this earth for a reason, it's because God knows that you're strong enough to sustain being here, and he knows that you had to be here. Because if not, you wouldn't have been here, but you're here. Okay? And I'm not trying to be corny or cliche or anything, but I'm telling you guys from someone who has dealt with this, it's important for you to look at yourself in the mirror and say, I belong here, and I am loved, and I am important. And no one else needs to tell you that. You don't need that reassurance from anyone else, because you're your own reassurance. Okay? Because you can't give that power to somebody else and let them destroy you when it's convenient for them. All right? Now, to finish off this video, I decided that I want to get a bachelor's in molecular biology or anything related to the medical field. It does not have to be molecular biology. I'm not, you know, like, oh my gosh, go bio. You know, honestly, biology was a lot harder for me than chemistry for some reason. I passed chem with like an A. And bio, your girl was struggling. Okay, I really was struggling. But I need to obtain a bachelor's in something that's related to my field. I thought molecular biology was the one that was most relevant, but truthfully, I would do anything in the medical field to obtain a bachelor's, because I don't want to get, you know, a doctoral degree or a master's degree, which is stuff you would have to get in order, you know, for you to become a pharmacist or whatever, without having gotten a bachelor's degree. It's like what people say, you have to crawl before you walk. There's no reason why I would get a doctoral degree and never have gotten a bachelor's. I mean, yes, there's a reason in the sense of like if you want to finish fast and really start your career and your life, but I've learned through all my experiences, you know, that's not, moving fast is not what's important. You know, God's timing, and I'm at a position right now where, you know, I can go for my bachelor's, so why wouldn't I? You know what I'm saying? It would be different if maybe I had a kid and I don't have time to waste, or like if there was a certain situation where I'm really like, I can't waste time. I'm fortunate enough to be able to go after this bachelor's, so I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna pursue a bachelor's, most likely in molecular biology or anything in the medical field, and I'm gonna do that at a more prestige college, okay, so that it looks better when I go for my master's and doctoral degree. And yeah, so I'm finishing my prereqs at the college I'm at right now, and then after one more year, I'll switch to a more prestige college, get my bachelor's there. When I finish my bachelor's at that other college, I'll start applying for pharmacy school. I'll start applying for med school. I know some of you guys are like, why med school? You only need to go to pharmacy school if you want to be a pharmacist. I might be switching my major, okay? I know you guys are like, really, this far along? I mean, I still obviously, like, I have time. I have plenty of time, and I can still switch, you know? It's never too late to switch. I mean, if you're not happy where you're at, always switch. And it's not that I'm not happy. It's just that I've been studying the analytics of pharmacies and pharmacists, and it's just not sitting right with me. You know, I'm very into numbers and stuff like that. And before you guys start saying accounting and business and stuff like that, I've already been through that. I don't want to be an accountant or anything. But I was studying the numbers, specifically the shmoney, and I don't know. I think that I need to incorporate more of what I love, which one of my biggest passions in life are kids. I love kids. I babysit, and it does not even feel like work to me. I'm good with kids, because there's people out there who love kids and just don't know what to do with them or how to handle them. I'm good at what I've done. I've done this for 6+ years, you know, like taking care of munchkins, and I've never been like tired or overwhelmed. Like, that's something I'm very passionate about. But what happens is I also know the lifestyle I want, and I can't be a babysitter for the rest of my life. So I'm like, what can I do in the medical field that involves kids? I think I'm going to be a pediatrician. I want to be a doctor now, you know, and it's not far-fetched considering I was going to be a pharmacist, which you need to obtain a doctoral degree anyway. So I'm like, you know what, maybe I should just be a doctor. You know, the scheduling is different, the money is different, the experience is different, a lot of things come into effect. There's a whole other job, right? I'm not 100% sure, and if I were to become a doctor, I would definitely say a pediatrician. I don't see myself being a doctor without taking care of kids, but maybe, you know, I never say never, because I know I kind of contradicted myself there, but anyway, I never say never, because life will take you in a whole bunch of different directions and paths. One thing that hasn't changed for me in the last 6 years, or in the last 10 years, I mean, when I turned 15 in my quinceañera, I was like, I want to be a mom one day. Like, I just always loved kids. But you just never know what can happen. Right now, I'm leaning towards pediatrician. If I do go into the medical field in the sense of becoming a doctor, I have to go to med school instead of pharmacy school. You know, like I have to take, let's say, an MCAT instead of a PCAT. But it's fine because the prereqs are very similar. So you get what I'm saying? I have 1 more year left to finish prereqs. I gotta finish this prereq regardless if I go to med school or pharmacy school. So I still have time to decide, because I'm not wasting time by doing pharmacy prereqs when it's the same thing as medical prereqs, like doctor prereqs, right? Like to become a doctor, the same thing. That's truthfully where my head is at right now. I'm like, I still have time. I can still decide. I would still get a bachelor's no matter which way I go. So, I mean, I still technically have like 2 years to decide. When I finish that bachelor's, I'm going to apply for pharmacy school. I'm going to apply for either pharmacy school or medical school. And usually, I don't know how it works exactly in medical school, but at least in pharmacy school, I believe you can only apply once a year. So if I finish and then I have to wait for the new year, I'm going to have like a little gap in between. What, I don't know if the gap is 6 months or a year. Regardless of how far the gap is, I'm going to take that time to finish my business degree, which I never finished. So I started that business degree. I did a 1.5 years of that business degree, never finished, and switched over to pharmacy because I wanted to take it, you know, while I was like hot, you know, while I was, oh yeah, I want to be a pharmacist, I wanted to like really take on that role for myself. I was a pharmacy tech. I was like, perfect. Like, what am I doing in business? Like, I ran a business in high school and I didn't even go to school. Like, I don't need this. But considering I only have 6 months left to do a business degree, and then I will have like almost like a gap year to see if I got accepted into either med school or pharmacy school, I was like, I'll go back and get my business degree, because even though I strongly feel like you don't need a degree in business to know about business, because I ran a business and bought my dream car through that, and I had no experience. I was in high school, so I was like not even as mature as I am now, but I did it, right? So it, you know, but it still has its perks to have a paper and to have a diploma, right? So I would just go back and finish that, and yeah, I would do that, and then I would be entering either pharmacy or medical school with an associate's, a bachelor's in molecular biology or whatever, a business degree, potentially a realtor's license, I have to take one more test for that. Not that that has anything to do with these other things, but I would be probably like selling houses on the side. The market is really bad right now, so I'm not too concerned about that license. But that's basically what I got going on and what I would be doing with my life and with my degrees. So I hope that kind of like cleared some stuff up for you guys. If you guys have any suggestions, recommendations, if you guys are like, doctor is not the way to go, or like doctor is the way to go, make sure you guys let me know. I'm open to constructive criticism always, all right? But other than that, I truthfully want to say thank you guys so much for following along with me on my journey. I vlog it here for you guys because I know you guys like to see it, because I consider you guys like family. You guys are definitely my YouTube family, and I love you. And truthfully, like, I posted a lot of these graduation photos and I didn't realize so many people, you know, cared. Like, you always know people care about you, but people who, let's say I hadn't heard from in a while, they, you know, messaged me, they took time out of their day to write me something nice, and it just meant a lot to me that people were so sweet with it, you know, like, they didn't have to do some certain things they did. You know, I had a neighbor who took me out, and like, people were very supportive. So I truthfully just want to say thank you, even if it was a simple message. Like, all of that stuff means so much to me. Like, if you know, you know. Like, all that stuff means a lot to me, and I'm so happy and overwhelmed with joy, guys. So truthfully, like, y'all are the best. Y'all are the best. I'm gonna go ahead and conclude this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all soon. Bye.